Hey, today's video is a part 3 of Sun and the Moon combinations. At this point, I already know this video will be about half an hour long. It is what it is. I have to give you something, and that something takes some time. I finished with Virgo last time, so today I shall begin with Libra. Libra Sun, Aries Moon people like to rule, can harm marriage or relationships, can have multiple marriages. There are possible dangers from hatred or resentment. Partners have a strong effect on one's life. One may inwardly feel to be very independent, but is easily jolted by emotional conflict and criticism of others. Other people's experiences and opinions may stimulate these individuals, but they like to do things on their own. A stable emotional life is what is needed for Libra Sun Aries Moon in order to grow. Personal strength and diplomacy combined wins people over, as well as quick mind and persuasive use of argument, but one can have difficulties in reconciling need for independence as well as dependence on others, and be awkwardly stubborn when reaching the limit. Libra Sun, Taurus Moon can have some close death encounters or difficulties. Troubles with women, harmony is not easily achieved, has fear that life may not be peaceful, can have easy end of life, and some kidney problems. These individuals have sensitive taste and ability to infect others with glee and laughter. They can belong or wish to belong to upper class. Idealistic and hedonistic at the same time, one wants to understand life from outside in, living and enjoying life both with intellectual clarity and a deep earthy conviction, being cooperative rather than competitive, but may be prone to overindulge oneself both emotionally and materially, and can be gullible and superficial. Libra Sun, Gemini Moon is lively, has a lot of knowledge, is lucky on travels, makes big goals and plans, has rich experiences, bright intelligence, and good memory. One may have definite ideas about most things, which one can put over with great charm and persuasion. Very articulate self-expression is seen with this combination. What one thinks and what others think is equally important to these people, so they enjoy games, gossip, and good times. However, one has a tendency to skim the surface and never fully develop one's talents, remaining emotionally immature and be lazy, relying just on pure luck. Libra Sun, Cancer Moon is capable of good public life, usually has important vocation, but any failures ruin one's spirit. One can be hypochondriac and needs more self-control. These people may want to venture out in the wider world and then bring that world back into one's private one, making it more interesting with personal meaning. One may become good manager of people as one is sensitive and warm, has a lot of emotional energy, respects others' right, and is adaptable in the face of obstacles. But there is a tendency to over-romanticize people and places, need to please others, proneness to complaining and to self-pity. Libra Sun, Leo Moon may have important connections and friendships, aims for big positions, is known to important people, can gain from positions or work, and is quick while working. These individuals are satirical, true to their inner vision, and resilient, idealizing partnerships and seeking stimulating, intelligent companions. One may have great faith in oneself, but needs romance and beauty to keep inspiration flowing. There is a tendency to cover up any feelings of insecurity by behaving snobbish, and this over-the-top behavior can make those insecurities even more apparent, and one may be too stubborn to recognize own limitations. Libra Sun, Virgo Moon is calculated, a diplomat, can be in unsuitable position, has limited development, life struggles, inner conflicts, and abdomen may cause health issues. These people have refined simplicity, can be eminently civilized with exquisite composure, having a diplomatic way of delivering criticism and opinions, never actually wanting to upset anyone. One may like to observe people in order to learn from them, has fine sense of discrimination, and is practically helpful, but may have finicky and smug attitude, inclined to overanalyze and criticize feelings. Libra Sun, Libra Moon is in a good mood, likes people, likes to cooperate, looks nice, is easily seduced, nicely dressed, knows art, and likes pleasures. Intellectually, one may be a perfectionist, an idealist, and when it comes to working with people, one strives for the best, most balanced option. These people may have a capacity to see opponents' view, may be devoted to truth and justice, but may be addicted to relationships, having a tendency to be indecisive, want to have rational discussion to avoid real emotional involvement, and then depend on others for their own sense of confidence and well-being. Libra Sun, Scorpio Moon has invisible income resources, might not have permanent work, may work with women. Passion and work can go together and needs to be cautious while criticizing, as he might lose. One may be self-possessed with good instincts, strategic, loving the good life, and intellect may fight sensuality. These people are a charismatic mixture of emotional intensity, diplomatic mind, and social idealism, interested in people, politics, and power. They enjoy controversy and want intellectual challenge where their social ideals and survival instincts can come together. And they have a clever way of delivering clear-headed judgments, but can be easily tempted to manipulate others, have self-interest, be suspicious, and paranoid. Libra Sun, Sagittarius Moon has cheerful disposition, is an optimist, spontaneous, lawmaker, writes about social issues, is loyal, has a lot of connections with close relatives. These people are calm and on edge, have a generous spirit, are naturally considerate, can manage to do several things at once, can be helpful and obliging, but also see how to get their own way without offending anyone or bending the rules. However, they may overestimate their capacities to hide personal problems with work, may appear to be proud and be emotionally naive, lacking introspection. Libra Sun, Capricorn Moon may have problems with parents, has home difficulties, soul disharmony, can become suddenly cold, and has real estate trouble. These individuals usually have good manners, can be controlling, sensitive to the moods of others, loving both material and moral order, taking responsibilities and one's world seriously, having high standards, but beauty, comfort, designer labels may be overly important. One may need to cultivate more tolerance, as these people have a tendency to be subtly manipulative, having inner conflicts between the cooperative spirit and blatant self-interest and an oversensitive ego. Libra Sun, Aquarius Moon is friendly, sociable, original, knows people, spends on friends and company, thus making one a spendthrift, likes art and can be seen as an unconventional person. These people are independent but romantic, gracefully anarchistic. Friendships may be very important to them, but may find it difficult to be friends with anyone with whom they cannot be completely open and frank. Emotions may be both exhilarating and frustrating to Libra Sun, Aquarius Moon individuals. One may be relaxed and have a forgiving approach of other people's shortcomings, but also may be prone to laziness and lack of ambition, inclined to dream one's life away, building castles of sand in mind. Libra Sun, Pisces Moon is a dreamer, has little will, too much emotion, can be victim of oneself and others, can be a good painter, and lower part of body is usually sensitive. These individuals are generous, have perceptive intellect, they are inconsistent, and their ethereal charm makes them one of the nicest people to have around. One observes and analyzes others' understanding rather than judging. One can handle controversial matters diplomatically, is a natural worker on behalf of others. But if romance takes over, one may lose balance, has a tendency to identify with numerous viewpoints and positions, thus creating confusion and leaving one out of touch with who one really is. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Aries Moon people are resourceful, determined, a workforce with strong passions, jealous, forceful, prone to failure due to rashness, own worst enemy, and nerves and head are weak points. Scorpio Sun, Aries Moon has large appetite for life, is a fighter and a strategist, a tenacious individuals with incisive mind and penetrating vision. One is suspicious by nature, being of the best of friends or the worst of enemies, not naturally too cooperative, is attracted towards intrigues and trickery, but still has the ability to motivate others, has intensity of purpose, and is willing to give all to any cause one embraces. Scorpio Sun, Taurus Moon may depend on his environment. Success does not come easy. Jealousy in marriage and relationships can be pronounced, has dogmatic personality and a lot of relationships with other gender as well as with public, and is a passionate type. These people have a quiet strength. They love colors, scents, and tastes, can have very vivid imagination, can be torn between optimism and pessimism, and sometimes be blind to the motives of others. One may appear to be rigid, inward-looking and withdrawn, but is also practical and factual and possibly a dependable rock for those close to him. Scorpio's Sun, Gemini Moon does not accept criticism, can be intellectual, has invisible problem, is a natural cynic, ironically enigmatic, and one's intellect may cause some problems. These individuals may be good at poetry or satire, have a natural psychological understanding, being endlessly curious about human emotions, their own as much as other people's, and dark and destructive dimension may fascinate them. This restless energy and curiosity, quest for understanding, could be weakened by emotional restlessness, volatility, anxiety, and self-doubt. Scorpio's Sun, Cancer Moon has fantastical pleasures, is religious, but in a strange way. This combination can give surgeons and doctors. One is always somewhere else with his heart, can be a seaman, nostalgic and imaginative. These people are highly sensitive and self-assertive and have a natural flair to give people what they want. A silent stamina may serve them well if they decide to enter the business world. Success comes from the ability to combine self-interest and almost ruthless decision-making personality. There is a tendency to let subjective beliefs replace objective reasoning and become trapped in negative emotions. Scorpio's Sun, Leo Moon wants more than one can get, wants power but is dependent on others, suffers from disharmony, possible schizophrenia, hides one's character, and crown on one's head is never safe. These people are private and public, open and upfront, reserved and secretive, feeling and imagining things intensely, strongly aware of both life and death. One has natural powers of persuasion, creative commitment to work, and capacity to see light on the blackest darkness, but still is in a ruthless pursuit of power, intolerant and ruled by passions. Scorpio's Sun, Virgo Moon becomes friends with writers or politicians, has good plans which are complicated, gains from positions, has love for worries, and can experience death or loss of friends. One may be good at routine, usually only if one likes what is doing, can be surprised by own powerful emotions that disrupt logic, finding oneself doing or saying things completely out of character. These people may want to live a productive life, but are not willing to sacrifice own comforts and pleasures. They're also quite physical people. Narrow-mindedness and conscious aggression may be some of the weaknesses. Scorpio's Sun, Libra Moon may have secret female enemies, dangerous wants and needs, late marriage luck, almost a cult-like life, and may think in lyrics. These individuals have self-controlled gracefulness, are shrewd observators, have expensive taste, vivid imagination, and a good sense of rhythm. One is a thinker and an idealist with animal instincts, aspiring for the good in life and in people, and close relationships may be essential for one's well-being. Scorpio Sun, Libra Moon has steady warmth, ability to perceive feelings and think on one's feet, but may be over-dependent and manipulative when feeling insecure. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon rules passion, jealousy, scandals, perversions. These people have a hard need for change and reversals and are revolutionary. One may be very determined and resolute, whose personality is characterized by an internal struggle between self-discipline and self-expression. These people may be difficult to know and understand. They're naturally drawn to all that is powerful, mysterious, and hidden. Interest in death and darkness can stimulate appreciation for life. Sheer drive, energy, stamina, and emotional courage could be undermined by reluctance to share fears, taking oneself too seriously, wanting revenge, and getting stuck in negative emotions. Scorpio's Sun, Sagittarius Moon is reasonable in theory and practice, usually a financial type, has a gift for philosophy, but is also lucrative, a hypocrite, not a salesman, and protects what is his. These individuals are uncompromising, have an investigative mind, can be paranoid introverts, and unable to be indifferent about anything. One may be fascinated by the paradoxes of life, naturally restless and questioning, and rather demanding. Scorpio Sun, Sagittarius Moon has inner commitment to personal values and an analytical mind to see larger implications of facts, but has a tendency to moralize and stubbornly adhere to opinions in spite of reason or arguments. Scorpio's Sun, Capricorn Moon is well accepted in his surroundings, has difficult youth, may have bad attention, is a wanderer, prone to intrigues, egoism, and can show resistance. These people tend to think seriously of life even at an early age, deciding what they want to achieve, making this one of the most ambitious and purposeful combinations. One may be tough, able to tackle and conquer difficult issues with rational intellect and innate sense of strategy, not compromising own principles. Still, inflexibility, vanity, sense of self-importance, and capacity for severe and despotic treatment of others could be some of the weaknesses. Scorpio Sun, Aquarius Moon does eccentric deeds, makes unexpected actions, has inner disharmony, can be paranoid, and own weird understandings can reduce one's willpower. These individuals have radically independent views, are principled but intolerant, and life may seem to be both a tragedy and a comedy. One may see what needs to be done and do it, regardless of what others think, turning despair into hope, being unwilling to accept easy answers, have a clarity of expression and a great sense of humor, but can also be prone to depression, having a lack of faith in others, thus remaining lonely. Scorpio Sun, Pisces Moon is exuberant and sensitive in youth, always dreaming, happy with children, has complicated developments but good outcomes, and is prone to drinking and company. These people are capable of great self-indulgence and self-discipline. During life, one is likely to touch the highest heights and the lowest depths and go through a series of dramatic renewals, thus rediscovering deep sense of purpose. Close and enduring relationships can be very important, but one may become addicted to emotions, thus lacking objectivity and fall into delusional state. And moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun, Aries Moon is diligent in work, seeks contacts, is passionate and optimist, might not have solid marriage, can be farsighted and has healthy love appetites. These people can be big talkers, may give an impression of possessing great knowledge about a certain topic, when in fact even the most basic details have not been covered fully. One is a believer in principles, one's purpose is never far from one's mind, and life with this person always contains some surprises. Moral integrity and intuitive mental gift can be undermined by disliking of details and a neurotic need to be affirmed as the best. Sagittarius Sun, Taurus Moon has success in daily life and regular income, does not make every goal happen or goals are not realistic, does not grow far from his surroundings, and has almost of an ember under ashes personality. These people have extravagant taste, their instinct is slow and traditional, with an aspirational nature and bright ideas that they can usually put to good use. One may be a practical educationalist, knowing the facts about all kinds of things. The way that these people combine their insights with practical know-how can be subdued by lacking in initiative and becoming a slave to own exotic tastes, thus living in a dream. Sagittarius Sun, Gemini Moon has many different paths and plans, has strong intelligence, may be easy to divorce, and is under influence of one's surroundings. These people can be literary geniuses, profound and fun-loving, sages and students with an engaging and wickedly playful personality, interested in a wide range of topics and in people. One can see connections between seemingly unrelated things, be amazingly logical, giving practical advice when needed, but can also overanalyze things as a way of hiding from feelings, can be self-absorbed, never quite growing up and never fulfilling one's full potential. Sagittarius Sun, Cancer Moon, when working wants to be home, when home wants to work, is prone to accidents in the house, and ending of life can be peaceful, usually at home. These individuals are prophetic visionaries, emotional, seeking constant emotional stimulation. They do not tolerate boredom and have undiluted optimism. One is usually caught up with the ideas of the moment and tomorrow, and at the same time moved by nostalgia. Creativity is sparked by anything that can combine love for action with imagination and quest for the meaning of life, throwing oneself into any experience at least once. Still, these people can be restless in search for fresh emotional and intellectual stimulation, putting faith in unworthy people and causes, and overextending financial and emotional resources. Sagittarius Sun, Leo Moon has big pride, breaks or enters into high society, is a good performer and can achieve admirable success, a choleric person, laughing type, and likes horse racing. These people can be absent-minded, hot-tempered, enthusiasm may be overwhelming and contagious to others. One can easily follow own path to greater and fuller self-expression, consumed with inner visions and plans, loving the intense experience and being unable to hide own feelings. All of this can cause one to collapse with fatigue, have temper tantrums, inclined to take hold of others' spotlight in order to hide own insecurities, and have difficulties to accept human limitations. Sagittarius Sun, Virgo Moon studies and knows well different kinds of small things, is a specialist, depends on others, may have difficulties in going forward and hesitates. These people are practical idealists, enthusiastically precise, unassuming but outspoken. When insecure, they become modest and nervous, and when inspired, they become grand visionaries. One is liable to shift between periods of great certainty and self-confidence and moods of deep skepticism and self-criticism. One may not be overly academic, but is always learning something new, talking a great deal, and impressing others. Some of the weaknesses are mental obsessions with nervous anxieties, tendency to be moralistic, and becoming narrow-minded. Sagittarius Sun, Libra Moon wants popularity, searches paths through connections, can be happy in marriage, is a good salesman, especially in partnership, tactful, has harmonic personality. These individuals are fun-loving companions, frequent visitors of coffee shops, have a natural gift for mediation, which becomes useful in tense situations, displaying a lively temper when challenged. To be happy, one requires substantial amounts of affection and admiration, but is moving away from heavy displays of emotion, can be over-expansive in ideas and style, thus frequently forced to come down to earth, relies on luck, and is in an ongoing conflict between independence and needing other people. Sagittarius Sun, Scorpio Moon person may need overall reconstruction, is ironic, has fears and inner issues, and must work on character development. These individuals are morally intense, their innocence is joined with a somewhat of a dirty mind, wanting to feel stimulated and alive, combining warmth and hopefulness with emotional reserve. If one could have a choice, probably would choose an intense life in which could often drive oneself to the edge, which can make one volatile and unpredictable, but 100% involved. Resilience in the face of fear or pain of the unknown, magnetic charisma, and dedication to life are sometimes eaten away by a rebellious tendency to create trouble when bored, and a rigid and condemning attitude towards those who one considers weaker souls. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon is unsteady, has a lot of changes in life, has double goals, is curious, indiscreet, involved in dangerous processes, and may face legal changes. For these people, life can seem like a never-ending adventure, their mind being captured by variety and then inspired by meaning behind the various threads of life experiences, opting for the larger view. One is highly independent and physically restless, but serious person at heart whose inner principles define who one is. Sagittarius Sun and Moon may be prone to sudden downers when real world clashes with one's ideals, be sloppy with details, and may not want to admit having limitations. Sagittarius Sun, Capricorn Moon knows how to secure property, is not a risk taker, usually makes his life difficult by himself, varies between tradition and progress, creates conflict and obstruction. These individuals have imposing personality, they're prone to serious exploration, having potential to make an empire out of each discovery, want control over the known, and at the same time are attracted to excitement of the unknown. Appetite for life is big, and one person may not satisfy it, as one needs career, hobbies, and personal challenges. Being happiest, one's status of the expert in some area is achieved. These people have the urge to run the show and assume more power than they actually have. Sagittarius Sun, Aquarius Moon has good relationship with clients, thus making him a good salesman or businessman, can get profit from position, and is good with different kinds of people. These people can impress others with their wordiness. They are intuitive thinkers, awkwardly intense, capable of seeing beyond cultural norms and boundaries, making them naturals for teaching in academia. Relationships may be somewhat problematic due to large appetite for experience and absent-mindedness. One has the ability to generate many creative alternatives to a problem, accommodating all types of viewpoints, and is willing to take risks, but has a tendency to be high-minded, inclined to overgeneralize and live life purely in the realm of abstract ideas. Sagittarius Sun, Pisces Moon has inner turmoil, can be religious, has complicated home conditions, is hospitable with complex personality, and feels unsettled. These individuals can be irrational logicians, have deep convictions, often needing to stop to collect thoughts and feelings, learning to hold back and assess. One may not be particularly practical, is not materialistic, but may need to develop concentration, not drifting, to cultivate enough security to allow the best development of own talents. Sagittarius Sun, Pisces Moon needs social stimulation and alone time, has a strength of a philosopher's mind, values the depths and heights of emotional experiences, but lacks concentration and discrimination, emotional stability, and has no patience to ground own ideas. And this is it for today. Next video will be part 4, thus ending the series of the Sun and the Moon combinations. Here is a nice quote I have read once. I think it is appropriate. It is by Siddhartha Gautama, mostly known as Buddha or the Awakened. And he said, "3 things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth." Thank you for being with me today. Please subscribe and press a like button. Leave a comment if you like, and I will be seeing you in a couple of days. Bye.